Okay, so I want to do a reading. We'll start off with the Moon Oracle. Set the tone. See if there's a message. Calling in guides. Is there a message for us today? Us being viewers, whoever is watching this. Step out of your comfort zone. A repeat of the other day. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Guess the cards are talking to me again, right? But what about you guys? Last card of the deck. Step out of your comfort zone. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you, within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? Attuned to the moon. I know I'm headed in the right direction. Additional meanings for this card. You're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You've got this. The teaching. The North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. I get why I would get this message over and over again. Step out of your comfort zone. It's not exactly comfortable staying withdrawn, but sometimes it's hard to do the certain things. In what ways are you holding yourself back from your fulfilling your life's purpose, from experiencing your life? Step out of your comfort zone. It's not comfortable to change or to bravely start to do the things that you know are what you need to do toward that just even trying to believe in yourself can be uncomfortable at this point for some of us. It's easier to believe in other people at times, or to believe in their ability to accomplish their dreams, but when advocating for yourself, it can be difficult. Maybe all your energy is going toward lifting other people up, and you forgot to believe in yourself. It's grown comfortable to retreat into yourself. Maybe it's opposite. You don't believe in anyone. including yourself. Something to beginnings, new opportunities. Make changes now. Childlike hope. You got that card? Let's go for another. What messages do we have? Free spirit. Rose portal and balance. Those cards look just about the same. Rose. Free spirit is excitement and playfulness, childlike, following, joy. Got a lot of inner child work. Notice your rose portal, awakening, transformation, empathic powers, no doubt, and balance, inner and outer energies, logic and emotion. Look at that. Step out of your comfort zone for those beginnings. Those new opportunities won't come from... The new opportunities can't come from not... how can you have them if you're limiting your experience in your seclusion, in your retreated hiding? You're not allowing yourself to play in your life. You're reducing your own joy, holding yourself back from being able to do those things that you know bring you happiness, that don't hurt anybody, that is an expression of who you are and of your joy, of your light, of your purpose, of what you feel is your purpose is in, whether it's helping people or creating art or taking care of yourself. There's just things that you're just not doing. You gotta, it's so interesting. You need to remember to play. Remember how time would pass differently. I know it's not the same now for people. With everything happening right now, it's very heavy for us, especially those of us who feel a lot. In fact, maybe part of what's wrong is that we don't let children play anymore because they can't. It's too... But remember at that point where you forget how to imagine and play, and then there's like this work as you get older where you gotta remember how it's a part of the experience of being alive. Awakening, transformation. Awaken to your new beginnings. Awaken that part of yourself that has been dormant, that needs nourishment and playfulness and expression, balance, inner and outer energies, logic and emotion. Let's look at the cards. What's on the bottom? The sun. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright, unapologetic. Mastery and strength. It'll lead to that, eh? I mean, how can you shine bright if you don't see the light? Oh, you are the light, right? You gotta be the light. You have the light. Okay, so beginnings. Archetype, the magical child. From birth, the magical child starts building a foundation upon which to grow. They embark on the journey of life where everything is fresh and new. They are impressionable, naive, innocent, and full of light. They bumble their way through new experiences with the guileless confidence of an unjaded child. When they are wounded, they cry and express their feelings. When given love and space to emote, they come back into a balanced state. Balance is there. Balance. Yeah, it was easier to do before we were told, don't cry, don't do this, don't do that. This card is a sign of new beginnings. It is a time of calling in opportunities, breakthroughs, and wellness. When this comes, you need to let go of what no longer serves you to make way for a new path aligned to your empathic nature. With this comes the need to let go of what no longer serves you to make way for a new path aligned to your empathic nature. The empath often struggles in this harsh world not catered to their needs. This card invites you to open yourself up to magical new beginnings. Begin by allowing in excitement without expectation. Explore what ignites joy. Remember that you are a seed with the full potential and framework of a powerful tree within you. Now is the time to create a fertile foundation of growth so that opportunities can begin to sprout. Find ways to make changes to your surroundings. Tidy up, eat healthy food, find books and videos on topics that interest you. Open your mind to the possibilities before you. Honor the timing of your journey, trusting that the process will unfold in proper time. You can regain some of this magic by embracing childlike excitement and wonder. Let yourself stumble and fall, course correcting as you go. Take time to work with your inner child to heal their wounds. The safer your inner child feels, the easier it is to find your flow. Yeah. Step out of your comfort zone, but also inner child work. I'm not surprised because I've been myself working on that, and it was interesting because I finally felt like I had acknowledged her, because of course she was neglected, and her voice wasn't heard and yada yada. But I didn't yada yada in a tarot reading, did I? But then I did some really hard work. And she probably did it. And I've been exhausted ever since. She needs time to play again. Shadow aspect, the wounded child. When not properly cared for, the magical child within or withers, creating a foundation of abandonment, unworthiness, and stifled magic. In order to protect themselves, they develop unhealthy patterns, often repressing or amplifying their sensitive nature. The wounded child within you needs patience and loving care from an adult, you or supporters. And you need to parent your own child inside yourself. Like the child within, you need to parent your child. You have to learn how to. Who can create a foundation of healthy trust and flowing magic. And for me, I'm thankful that I through grief support, I was connected with a therapist, and now I'm working with a psychotherapist who thankfully has taken me on pro bono. And it's never too late to work on your inner child. I wish I had that kind of support when I was younger, because it's a long time of that child being in that state of neglect. And it's harsh, but sometimes nobody's coming to save you, but you can save yourself. You can at least try. And you'd be amazed at how powerful you are, how strong you are. I mean, there's something to honor in and not be ashamed of. You made it through so much. You're here. Every part of you, every past part of you is what has got you through here. So, to here, free spirit, so excitement and playfulness, childlike following joy. You need a bit more joy in your life right now. Free spirit. Let's see where free spirit is. What number is that? Oh, one in the next one. Hold on. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. There is clearly a message here. Excitement and playfulness, childlike, following joy, zest for life, cultivating inner flame. Archetype, the wandering youth. The wandering youth is a free spirit exploring the world and all its wonders. They are naive and overconfident but eager for adventure and play. They're stubbornly true to themselves and refuse to have their fire stamped out. Yep, this card reminds you of your inner free spirit, the part of you that is childlike, excitable, playful, and mischievous. The part of you that knows you can overcome anything, no matter how challenging. Unfortunately, this spark is often stamped out, especially in empaths and the highly sensitive. Adults are quick to instill their realistic and often oppressive views on magical children who don't fit the mold, and it takes time to rediscover that inner flame of joy. Recall what has brought you joy and start to foster those feelings. Look for opportunities to nurture this energy and begin to heal your wounds. Igniting this inner flame may take you to uncomfortable places where you must explore new paths, rebel against the norm, stumble and fall, and above all, grow into your potential. Bit by bit, you will find not only a zest for life, but also the way forward. As blocks arise, your connection to your inner flame allows you to face and overcome them, clearing your path to the life you desire. The shadow aspects of this card would be the internal youth and the adult. The shadow side of the wandering youth is either latching onto or rejecting the free-spirited youth. Growing up as a sensitive soul was difficult, so it is tempting to either repress the child within you, trying to be a tough adult, or to avoid adulthood altogether. Notice where you struggle to embody the youth within you and instead integrate a zest for life into your everyday. Yeah. And that makes sense, like, why that would happen. Makes so much sense. Rose portal. Awakening, transformation, empathic powers. These are all ones. 1, 1, 1, 1. And then a 2. As if to... Oh, we would have had 4 ones. That would have been 11. You know, like 11, 11. That's what it would have been. 1, 1, 1, and 2. Okay, so Rose Portal. Awakening, transformation, empathic powers, step through portal, roses have thorns. There comes a time on every empath's journey when they must choose to go through the rose portal of growth or risk staying the same forever. Through this gateway, sensitive souls reclaim their power. The high vibration of the rose holds empaths in its embrace as everything that is not true to their self is allowed to gently fall away. The rose holds within it the magic of grounding and elevation, inviting inner balance. Like the rosebud, thinking of that movie, you cannot reach your full capacity of power, freedom, and magic until you begin to bloom. The rose portal is a symbolic step you must take to face your shadows. It takes you through unlearning who you thought you should be, facing fears, and coming back to your power as a highly sensitive, empathic being. Remember that even roses have thorns. The portal is an intense process and should not be entered lightly. As you, the initiate, step toward your destiny, you confront and leave behind all that is not truly yours. The light of the portal illuminates shadows so that what hides there loses its power and can be faced with clarity. The rose portal is not a one-time experience. At every stage of the journey, you are confronted with new obstacles and lessons. It takes courage to step into the portal each time, knowing you will come out transformed. Yep. Potential blocks. The shadow side of this card, fearing to face what you need in order to grow. Your nervous system's reaction to deep triggers can be intense, especially if you experienced deep trauma. Those of us who can relate, right? This is where the gentle energy of the rose comes in. There is no need to rush or push when you are not ready. Simply being willing to progress is enough. Know that the thorns may be intense, but freedom awaits you on the other side of it. It's okay to take things slow. Trust the process. The releases and insights you gain are rarely what you expect. Be gentle with yourself. I was thinking about somebody else said, and it's, you know, that saying, my sweet summer child. If you had to grow up too soon, if you were neglected as a child or wounded intensely by the the environment, the adults, whatever happened. It's time for care, especially as you're leveling up with time. That's no time to further abandon yourself. Don't. Now's the time to not abandon yourself, to return, find yourself. Self-reflection is important, finding yourself, knowing yourself, finding yourself, recognizing yourself, the parts of yourself that brought you to where you are. But I know not everybody's about the inner child work. I honestly wasn't for the longest time. I'm only now starting to get into this because of my journey in therapy. It's a part of it. It's not the main part. It's just one part. It's just my first steps have been acknowledging her. Doesn't mean you become overindulgent, like somebody trying to make up for being a bad parent as if they can make up for it with a bunch of gifts or something. No, but it is like allowing yourself some playtime, allowing yourself to experience joy, finding, like that one card was saying about, like, read some books or watch some movies or do something different for yourself. It's not all about, the pressure for me to go outside is intense, and I'd love to. That would really make my inner child happy. She loved playing outside. I played outside when I was a kid in gullies and around. I love trees, and no wonder I love living near the lake. I love the waters, all that stuff. But the point is that even if you're not quite there, the little steps forward as you going through transformation. What's so interesting is on the Rose Portal one, these beginnings. See, there's a portal. This one. This looks like the portal itself, much like the beginnings card. And you can't have that beginning without going through the portal, right? I'm seeing through or letting that playful energy of yourself come through. Right? Free spirit. Remember, I remember there's a free spirit within you.